Okay. There we go. Hopefully this is a lot better today. Okay, here we are. Got some Hurricane Hunter coverage. We got some Hurricane Hunter coverage here. So this is a C-130 that we're tracking, guys. This is a C-130 here. You can see the last one here was observation number 16 here. Sea pressure was 965 millibar. It was 965 millibar. And they were maximum flight level wind inbound was 106 miles per hour. The maximum flight level wind outbound was a little over 127 miles per hour. We're most likely going to see a Category 4 hurricane be declared tonight, is what I'm anticipating, with wind speeds of most likely up to 140 mile per hour sustained, with gusts of 165 to 170 miles per hour. Coach Rickman, thank you for the share. Thank you. Really do appreciate that. And we also do have some storms that's going to be impacting the Northeast today. Going out over here on these outlooks here, we can see that we do have a 2% torr threat, and that torr threat is right over New York City, all of New Jersey, and eastern PA here. That yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, so this here is going to be your outlook. Have an enhanced risk over Long Island and New York City. What's up, guys? How is everyone? We do have the Hurricane Hunters out in full force right now. We can see here, this is where they are currently. And this is on that leading front end. We do have an additional mission here. So we do have an additional mission, and that is going into the fourth suspect area. That is going to a suspect area, but this is Hurricane Beryl here. We do have a C-130 that's on them, and we do have a C-130 that's coming back. So the anticipated track that this one is going to take is, let me go ahead here and pop off. Let me go ahead and pop off with that. So what the anticipation is when it comes to Beryl is, we know she's going to come down beneath Cuba. That track is pretty set. Now, some have shown that when she breaks apart after dying back down to Cat 1, it's going to turn sharply to the west and impact Mexico. Some have shown that it does come straight up into southern Texas. Now, there is a few rogue models that was showing it could come up into New Orleans, but I would have to say, my opinion, my professional opinion, would be that the impact area would most likely be southern Texas and Mexico. What's up, Dirk? How are you? Right, Matt? Right? Florida is like freaking out. Now, I will say that this thing did jump from a Cat 1 to a Cat 2. I'm sorry, to a Cat 3. It skipped over a Cat 2, as you can see there. The sonar's reading went from a Category 1 to a Category 3. So it definitely did jump up. Yes, T-Bone, yes. Yeah, I mean, Connecticut may get some severe weather today, severe winds, some hail. I don't think that the tornado threat will be as high as it could be. You know, the storms yesterday that went through took a lot of that environment out. So it's a good thing for you guys. You know, and we are, again, this is live view of the hurricane hunters. Um, Waiting for it to come back. There we go. So I mean, we definitely did see uh, some interesting readings here. You know, this one was, um, like I was saying. Oh, I'm sorry. It was this one. Maximum outbound was 127.7 miles per hour. Um, and the inbound was about 106 miles per hour, but the estimated maximum surface wind inbound was almost 129 miles per hour sustained. J Rotch, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Caitlin, thank you for the heart me. See you in there. You know, so and you can kind of see where they were dropping those sonodes right there. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, thank you. Now that is supposed to be the latest layer on it goes. I'm questioning if we have if that is correct. I'm gonna pull up our Hurricane Beryl storms. I don't think that our layer here is correct. I don't think our layer here, it says it's 10 minutes. I don't see that. There we go. That's more like it now. Okay. That is more like it now. I was like, wait. So if that is the case, if they were spinning around the eye there and the eye is already up to here, that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. No. Concrete Path is going to definitely be south of Cuba. So it's not going to spin up and hit Florida. It's not going to spin up and hit Florida here. It's not going to do that. But I will say that she is on a determined path south of Puerto Rico, south of Cuba. Um, I think that it has a chance to possibly impact southern Texas there. But again, things can change from now to 5 or 6 days out. She could turn up to Louisiana. She could turn directly west into Mexico. Uh, what we do know is that with how this is, it's definitely going to come up into south of Cuba. That is pretty that's like concrete. But once it hits the Cancun and Cuba gate here, that's where it's gonna be. What are you gonna do? You know, naturally with this spinning counterclockwise, it naturally wants to go to the west. There's no chance of this coming to Florida. There's no chance of this coming to Florida. This is staying south of Puerto Rico here. What's up, Sid? How are you? How is Sid? That is a big old satellite. Dang. But yeah, so this is what we're working with right now. We can see the eye of the hurricane here as it loads in. Is a Category 3 hurricane, soon to be a Category 4 most likely. This is going to most likely become a Category 4 hurricane prior to hitting the Windward Islands here. That is very concerning for them because, I mean, Category 4, that's strong. That is some very, very, very strong. And here's the thing. If, let me see. Let me do this. So, I guess my question is, would this be able to be considered a Category 4 in June? Okay, so. Okay, so looking here early on, so from 1851 to 1949, there was no Category 4 in June or July, or really, the only one. Well, yeah. So that would be that. Now, 1950 to 1974, absolutely none in June or July. 1975 to 1999, none in June or July. And then, as of now, this would be the very first Category 4 hurricane in June ever. It is set to be the earliest Category 4 because the only one out of the history of trackable hurricanes recorded was Hurricane Dennis in 2005, which was July 8th to July 10th. So if it can get its rating before crossing over into July, then that means it would definitely classify as the earliest Category 4 ever. And guys, I'm just spitting these facts at you here with no field prep whatsoever. Yeah, Yoshi, but it doesn't matter about that. What it matters is that what it is currently. Breaking the barriers, Beryl. It's a barrier breaker, Beryl. Oh, Lord, Landon. Lord, oh, Lord, Landon. My stomach hurts. That's funny. That's funny. I do not see New Orleans being having any significant threat whatsoever. So for those just tuning in here, we are looking at the live feed through the National Hurricane Center. This is the Hurricane Hunters from the 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Division of the United States Air Force here, and we have access to their latest findings and everything. This is going to be most likely the first Category 4 hurricane recorded in June. Has never been done before, so that is interesting. It will most likely hit Category 4 strength by the next update, meaning that this will be the only recorded hurricane ever reaching Category 4 in June. If it even was to cross over and technically be July 1st, it will be the first ever Category 4 hurricane since 2005. 2005 is the only time we've had a July Cat 4. Correct. Not going to hit. This is not going to hit Florida. This is on a concrete determined path to swipe by Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Cuba. We expect to see this in Cancun between July 4th and July 6th. Now, once it does hit Cancun up here, it's unknown if it's going to spin and break up and impact Mexico, or if it could impact South Texas. Some very rogue models show that it could go up into Louisiana, but that is something that I think is complete bullish. I don't see that occurring in any way. This would put barbecues out in Haiti, yes. Yes. No, if it if it was to come up here in the South Texas landfall, most likely a tropical depression, maybe barely a Category 1, but it's not going to be a major Cat 3, Cat 4. There is a severe weather threat for the Northeast today. Uh, Fun fact: New York City and all of Long Island is in an enhanced risk, a level 3 out of level 5 today. Looking at everything, don't anticipate in any way, shape, or form it to be a category 5 in any way. I do think that it's going to maintain a Cat 4 status. Do not see this impacting Florida. No, I do not see this impacting Florida whatsoever. Again, like I said, guys, this is definitely on a concrete path to target Cancun. Cancun is going to be in a direct path here. Yeah, this will hit Cancun. This will hit Cancun. That's every model is in agreement. Is definitely going to the Cancun area. Nothing is suggesting this to hop over all these countries just to get to Florida. No, hurricanes are not targeting Florida. If that is anyone's concern or question. Long Island is in a level 3 out of level 5 enhanced risk. Same with downtown New York. Wouldn't that be something if a giant water spout came up the bay? Hurricanes do be hating Florida. I mean, you're the wang of America, so. We do have some concern growing back here about Invest 96. It's a question whether anything's going to form with Invest 96. I will tell you now that chances are extremely, extremely high that whatever Hurricane Beryl does is going to be followed by Invest 96. The waters are churned and pulling this way, so it's going to pull this most likely soon to be hurricane as well back here. We do know that it's going to form a tropical storm here soon. It will most definitely likely do become a hurricane. It won't be likely as strong as Beryl because Beryl is taking up all of that warm water and what I like to call virgin land, leaving remnants of whatever is left for this invest to pick up and try to form as well. It really depends, Sid. It really depends. But when they're taking the exact same path, like, so if we were to have one come down and try to come down from the Gulf this way, it would push this away. Or you could possibly see a Fujiwara effect where they start rotating around a common center and become one big one. But as of right now, that's what we're still looking at here. Yeah, and as we can see here, the advisory number 8, Beryl is expected to be an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane when it reaches the Windward Islands. This is a very dangerous situation, and residents in these areas should listen to local government and emergency management officials for any preparedness and/or evacuation orders. All preparations should be rushed to completion today. Potentially catastrophic hurricane force winds, a life-threatening storm surge, and damaging waves are expected when Beryl passes over portions of the Windward Islands, with the highest risk of the core in St. Vincent and Grenadines and Grenada beginning early Monday morning. Hurricane warnings are in effect for much of the Windward Islands. Heavy rainfall and localized flooding are expected across the Windward Islands through Monday. Beryl is expected to remain a powerful hurricane as it moves across the Caribbean Sea later this week. And interest in Hispaniola, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and the remainder of the northwestern Caribbean should monitor its progress. There is a large forecast uncertainty at days 4 and 5, and users should not focus on the specific details of the track or intensity of the forecast. Like, we know it's going to go below Cuba, but from Cuba to Cayman, we don't know exactly where it's going to proceed following that. That's what we're expecting and seeing, but I think that we're going to get the first June Cat 4 hurricane ever, which is going to be interesting here. Hmm. Sorry about that, guys. Just got an upgrade. I'm worried about storms in Connecticut this afternoon. I won't worry too much about Connecticut. Um, I personally would not worry too much about it. Now, I will say that 489 severe thunderstorm watch was issued. Um, Again, it's a low risk of tornadoes. It's nothing um, too concerning with what's going on up in the Northeast. Oh, Tegan, I haven't been on that in years, bud. Years, bud. So gonna hit New Jersey. Some severe weather may move across or I should say, form over the central and eastern Pennsylvania area and move east throughout eastern PA into New Jersey and New York City, including up into Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. I think you'd be good, no name. I think you'd be good. It could affect Aruba. It's gonna pass through between Aruba and Cuba and Dominican Republic. It's gonna come right between the two. Aruba is more on the South America side, though. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Andy. Cat, thank you, and Crabass, thank you. Thank you guys for that. Currently waiting for the Hurricane Hunter to make their UE here and come back. So looking at how they do this, we should see them turn most likely to the west and come down, and then they're gonna penetrate it this way. They're gonna penetrate the core this way most likely. So we're just okay. So apparently, whoever runs the BNO News account on Twitter is most likely listening to me. I guarantee you here that whoever is running the BNO Twitter news account, the major news account on Twitter, is watching this live stream, guys, because they just tweeted out breaking: Beryl reaches Category 4, the strongest Atlantic hurricane ever recorded in June. No one else has been talking about that. No one else has that in any reports. I am the one that said that. Clearly, they are listening to me. And same with Roz. So whoever Roz is, guarantee, because I think they follow me on Twitter, and I haven't even posted there. So guarantee you, whoever it is, No one watches local news. No one watches local news. This is the first Category 4 hurricane in June ever recorded. Yeah, no one watches local news. Local news is a joke. Local news is a joke. What's up, Tanya? I have a wedding in San Juan on July 6th. How does it look for then? Concerned about the storm fall. Well, and that is a concern. That is definitely a concern. Is we don't know 100% what the one behind it's going to do. It most likely will follow the path of Beryl. Now San Juan here. So San Juan is obviously Puerto Rico. I think that it will be fine for you down there. I don't see this really turning up north towards Puerto Rico. Is that to say that it can't? Completely. It may. It very well may. But I don't see that at this current time, which is a good thing for you guys. That's a good thing, you know? Now, latest GFS model run is coming in here. And looking at all of this, both of them seem to be staying south. Now, you could have some rain on the 5th come through. There could be some rain that comes through on the 5th. But at this time, it's not looking like it's going to go north of Puerto Rico, which is a good thing. Tanya, it's not fake news. So, enjoy the block on YouTube. This is not fake news. Anyone can Google what I'm saying. It's absolutely factual. Is that a plane? Yes, that is a C-130 that flies into hurricanes. And we get real-time data from them. So, yes. Mason, you could possibly run into some tropical storms down in Cancun between the 7th and 12th. Thank you, HD, for the fireworks. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Jordan goes, I appreciate your honesty and input. Thank you, Jordan. Much appreciated. Again, Florida is not going to be seeing any effects of this. I want to make that very, very clear. Florida is not going to be seeing any effects of Beryl in the immediate time frame. You know, so many people are quick to say, oh, well, who's to say it's just not going to start to turn north right now? Could there be some very weird fragments of the remnants once it hits Cancun that a thunderstorm comes over? Yeah, you know, it is possible that could, but it's not going to hit as a hurricane to Florida. It's just not going to. That is one thing that we've all been trying to say. It's not going to hit Florida. Well, what's up, Thomas? Down in Puerto Rico. Houston could potentially see some remnants. Could potentially. That's what I'm saying. Could potentially see some remnants. Not saying that it absolutely will happen. Anything is possible once this breaks up. Anything is possible. No, Destin is fine. Florida is fine. Florida is fine. This is not anything to do with Florida. I want to make that very, very clear. You over-exacerbate Texas and just make it one so I can leave early. Thank you for the heart me, the fireworks and crab ass. Thank you for the GGs. I know to where you're like, see, there's a hurricane coming. I want out early. I am waiting to see what this next thing shows here. I am waiting here. This is so it's going to swipe by on the south leg of Puerto Rico, the southern portion of Puerto Rico. Again, this thing here, imagine bowling, and you got the bumper rails up. The bumper rails, you got Aruba on the south side, and you got Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Cuba on the north side. This thing is coming straight through the middle there. What's up, Dan? How are you, buddy? How are you? It's coming straight through the middle, guys. So, for example, you know, Puerto Rico's right here. This is Puerto Rico. This is Dominican Republic. And I think Aruba is right there. I'm pretty sure that's Aruba. So, this thing is going to come straight up through the middle here. It's going to come up through the middle and then come up. You know, it's going to definitely disrupt this distance, which some may think it's a big distance. That's not a big distance at all. That's really not. I mean, when you're looking here from the Keys of Florida to Cuba is 90 miles. So if you look there, 90 miles, you're looking at what, maybe a max of 400 miles between these two. And look how big Beryl is. So she's going to squeeze right through here. July 9th to 17th for Cancun. So on the early leg of your trip, you may see that Invest 96, which could become another hurricane behind. It's this one down here. This could potentially pose some wetness to your Cancun trip. I was gonna do a comeback. I'm not gonna do that. Asher's like, what's a hurricane? What, Caitlin? It's true. I mean, if someone's going to Cancun, they're gonna try to get wet down there. I mean, isn't that what Toby Keith's song "Stay in Mexico" is about? You know, what happens in Mexico stays in Mexico. And again, guys, we don't fully know what's going to happen after Cancun. Well, there's another one of those jokes. We don't fully know what's going to come after Cancun. You know, and that's why the National Hurricane Center was like, don't worry too much about past Cancun. We'll have a better idea once she gets closer to Cancun, you know? So next 2-3 days, that's where we're going to be able to hone in. 3 or 4 days, if you want my opinion. She's going to be up here. She's going to be sitting right here. Once she's sitting here, we can see how her tracks are looking. Jonas, I am a professional, so enjoy getting banned. Enjoy getting banned. Man, if I was in my Discord, I could be making some of these very, very, very bad jokes. Not much is going to happen in New York. Not much. Guys, just so you know, I don't support the National Weather Service anymore whatsoever. I do not support the National Weather Service at all. It's completely gone to shit. They have completely gone to shit. I'll be issuing my own warnings from now on when I do severe storm coverage. I'll be issuing my own tornado warnings. It's just easier that way. The thunderstorms hanging around southern Florida. I mean, you guys just have pop-ups come off of the Gulf. You guys just have pop-ups that come off of the Gulf. You know, in Jamaica here, this is going to come over Jamaica. This is going to come over Jamaica. This is Jamaica here. This is Jamaica. You know, I saw some comments a little bit earlier where they were like, sorry, that whenever they send an update, it pulls it back. Jamaica's down here, okay? And the Bahamas are up here. This is the Bahamas off of Florida. This is the Bahamas, and then this is Jamaica. So many people, I saw a little bit earlier, people were like, well, how's the Bahamas? How's the Bahamas? I have a trip to the Bahamas. So, Bahamas are fine. Bahamas are fine. Corey, are you a meteorologist? Yes, I'm a field meteorologist. I've been doing this since 2016. Yes. But, so, Jamaica will be... See how Jamaica sits out from Cuba? They're going to be in the bowling lane. You know, we're talking about bowling, and you got your north and your south. I'll do this. Your north and your south bumper rails, pretty much. Basically, with Jamaica, they're right here. They're underneath of that bumper. So they will get impacted. Now, the question is, what will they be impacted by? You know, we only anticipate to see this strengthen to a Category 4, probably in line with Dominican Republic. So Jamaica, again, see how Jamaica is over from Dominican Republic? We think that it's going to be on that dying trend here of possibly a Category 3, or if it was to hit some colder water quickly, possibly a Category 2. So we're still not 100% certain. I would have to say between a Category 2 and a 3 for an impact on Jamaica. Now, if this thing starts to intensify up into a high-end Category 4, we may see that keep its rating for a while, and they could potentially be hit with the Category 4, but that would be... You know, I mean, obviously, worst case scenario would be this thing somehow gathers strength to be a Cat 5 and it hits Jamaica's Cat 5. It's very outlandish to say right now. I would feel more confident with the Cat 2, Cat 3 rating for Jamaica specifically, though, because of the way, you know, every turn a hurricane does, it starts to lose force. You're pulling that energy away from that hurricane. And the water temperatures have just been insane. You know, and we're looking here. So right where this thing is coming, right where this thing is going is, she is, let me look here. She's at about 86 degrees of water temperature, right where this is going. Now, right before she comes into the Dominican Republic here, we could see some warmer temperatures. I don't like saying that, but that's off of seatemperature.org. Now, let's look here. Let's look at the NOAA map and see what NOAA has to say. Okay, so yeah, she's getting warm. Yeah, so I mean, you guys here, you guys can see. You know, the Caribbean down here is definitely warm.
New flash flood warning issue.
So we're gonna have to see. I mean, right now with this Windward Islands right around here, it's looking a little bit warmer. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But this is some of the warmest temperatures we've seen now. You know, even the Atlantic, the whole way up, you know, you can see right there that she is still warm. The Gulf here, now, when I was saying to you guys is that the Gulf is a bit colder. So, once you see, we're talking 85 degrees over here, and we're potentially talking 87, 88 degrees. That 4-degree difference could definitely slow down a hurricane. And now, if you start to look up near New Orleans here at 83, you know, an 83-degree temp versus a 87, 88-degree temp, that's a big jump. That's a big difference in a hurricane. To me and you, we wouldn't feel much of a difference. But to that, it would. So that's what we do, is we look behind the scenes as well, and put the science behind it as to what exactly is going on. Now, we are going to check in on our buddies down here. I think they're going to do one more pass with this C-130 for the day. So yeah, that's what we have going on right now. It's not going to hit Puerto Rico. It's not going. It's going to skim to the south of Puerto Rico. It's coming to the south of Puerto Rico here. So what are they looking for when they're flying? So, oh, there we go. So I bet this was our Cat 4. Yeah. So basically, they have, think of like these giant steel tubes. Okay, think of it like you guys have seen like mortar tubes for fireworks. That's basically what they have, and they have them drilled through the base of the aircraft, and they drop out, you know, a sonode. It's probably 3, 4, 5 feet tall. And it's a big, long, cylindrical tube, and it goes down, it parachutes down. And what it does is it has a bunch of sensors on it, and it tells them all of the data. And then they sit there, they compile the data, and then they transmit it back to the Hurricane Center. We know as of right now, on this latest run here, that she had hit a max outbound here of 142.7 miles per hour. And that was the estimated, but maximum flight level wind outbound was 145 miles per hour. So she has hit officially 145 miles per hour. So this means that it is a moderate, it's leading towards a high-end Category 4 as of right now. Category 4 ends at 155 miles per hour. So all she needs is 10 more miles per hour. If she can hit 10 more miles per hour from here to here, which is a lot, we could potentially see the first well, let's see, when was Category 5? So I did Category 4. Let's look about Category 5. Do I anticipate this to be a Category 5? No, I do not anticipate this to be a Category 5. I absolutely don't. But we have to talk about that potential. You know, we do have to talk about that potential. Now, Category 5, the earliest date that we've seen here, now, I am going off a wiki for this, just because it's readily accessible. It appears that the earliest one was September 8th of 2023. I don't know if we've had any before that, but I can say that as of what I'm looking at right now, it looks like we've had no August, we've had no July, and obviously no June Cat 5. So this already broke records for being the first Category 4 Atlantic hurricane in a June month. If this was to get Category 5 strength tomorrow, which would be July 1st, it will be the first one to ever have it occur in a June month and make it before August. So, and that's if it was. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it will become. I'm just saying if it was to become. But once you guys look at that hole, that there is the eye of the hurricane. That is the eye of the hurricane right now. Correct, yes. Oh, I see that there. July 16th. You know, oh, let me look here. For some reason, that did not sort the proper way. That didn't sort. Thank you. So that's why I was like, let me know. So yeah. So it didn't, for some reason, July was out of whack there. It didn't even show up. I see August. Man, their tables, their index table, something is real wacky with it because it's not sorting properly. There's Cuba, Brownsville. September. August was Camille of 69. Okay, so we have 1 August. David of 79. Ellen of 80. Andrew of 92 for August. So I think if I'm looking here, then... So it would still be it would be the earliest Cat 5 to date. It would be the earliest Cat 5 to date. Emily was July 16th and only lasted 6 hours and was 160 miles per hour and did over $1 billion of damage to the Windward Islands, Jamaica, Mexico, Texas. Wow, so this is taking a very similar path, I think. Let me look at Emily. In fact, it's like spot on. Emily is like spot on. So this is Hurricane Emily, okay? This is like taking the exact same path of Emily. This is like scary similar. This may be a repeat of Emily. Emily is always spot on. Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry. When I was looking at the graph table, I couldn't find any for July, and I sorted by date twice, and I didn't see it. So, Emily. So, Matt, that would be interesting. That would, Matt, I said that earlier in my stream. I was like, this would be the first category 4 of a June month. And then all of a sudden, once the latest rating came out, then it was like, oh, put her on a Roz. They put her on a Roz. And I'm live on Twitter, so I'm like, they might have, more than doubled in 24 hours. This thing way more than doubled in 24 hours there, CM. This thing went from a tropical storm, barely a Cat 1, to, hey, we're now a Category 4. I'm obsessed with Hurricane. There's a lot of warm water. The thing is, the Windward Islands, they're so small, they're not going to cause much effect to this. It's going to jump right over them. I am more concerned about what happens from Jamaica to the Windward Islands. That's wide open. That's wide open. It's very warm, very, very warm. And I think we very well may see... Yeah, okay. Yep, there it is. This thing is ahead of schedule. So wind speed was 145. I think that we may see something. I do read chat. Yes, I've got you on while I'm at work. Awesome, CM. It's not going to hit Florida, guys. It's not going to hit Florida whatsoever. This is not a Florida storm. This is not a Florida storm whatsoever. What are you? Big old black streak. Yeah, no, this is taking its path. It's going to come between South America and Dominican Republic. Wow, almost 15,000 likes. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We love Floridians. Yeah. Where else would I get my funny news? A Florida guy. It's always, what does a Florida guy do now? Okay, let's looky. Let's looky! There she is. There she is. She here. That eye on that. Like that eye. Oh, dang. It is very, very pronounced right there. I want you to look at that. It's very pronounced. Very dangerous. Major hurricane. That is a jumble. Very dangerous major hurricane Beryl. It's moving at 21 miles per hour. We do have some lightning there. Okay. There's the eye. Look at that perfect circle. Look at the perfect circle. That thing there looks like a cookie. Looks like a cookie biscuit. Look at that. Boom. Perfect. That's like a profile picture perfect moment. Right there. It's not going to Florida. Guys, it is not going to Florida. There she is. Look at that. Perfect. Look at band 13. What's 14 show us? Yeah, you can really see it on band 14. The multiple circles right there at that blue line. It's like a perfect circle. I think you're fine, Jim Bone. I think you're fine there in Alabama on Gulf Shores Coast. I think you're fine, buddy. Guys, tap that follow button if you are new here. That's just, wow. I'm putting that out in the Discord. Ow! I can't do that. That's right. I forgot. The computers, we have separate computers now. I was like trying to drag it. I was like, why ain't you dragging over? And then it dawned on me. Yeah, I agree, Matt. I wonder if that is what will happen. If it does, that'll be very interesting. I mean, this thing here, it's hitting virgin land. I call it virgin land. It's untouched. There's no movement. And it's ready to go. It's virgin land. And so we have how many thousands of miles we got here? Over 1,200 miles of virgin land. So this thing could definitely strengthen. I think this thing definitely has the ability to strengthen here. She is producing. What's up, Rochelle? What's up, Lewis? How are you? All right, Brandon. Row, row. Row, row. Ah, thank you, HTX. I appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate it. You know, and that's the thing. Cancun is kind of like a natural shield for breakup for these. They take the big hit. Oh, Poutine. Thank you, Matt. Poutine. I've never saw that one before. That's new. It's new. Cancun does act like a natural shield, though, for, like, Brownsville and stuff. But, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. I would want to say it's going to hit into Cancun. It would be too weird if it just started to turn up north. It would be way too weird. Yeah, it would be way too weird. Now, let me take a peeky here. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting here. See, this is interesting. What we see, this is interesting. I don't know how old that is though. It was 00 Zulu on this, so it's fairly older. This is a bit newer. My concern is over here. There's a pocket of warm water over there. There's a pocket of warm water right over there. There is a pocket of warm water. And so that's one thing that we do get a little concerned about is if she was to hit that warm water in the Gulf. Oh my God, everyone and their brother is on freaking Pivotal today. Their servers just went down. God. I even pay for a subscription. It's like I can't even get exclusive access as I should. I'm like, I give you guys $10 a month. What more do you want? Here we go. Yeah, I'm looking for you. Yeah, latest GFS here shows Beryl down here and that invest back here. Oh, thank you, Matt. Another Poontine. I just saw that. I'm sorry. G3TO, thank you. You here? Thank you. So, this is the latest GFS. It does show again to that pocket there. I'm just waiting to see here. I don't know how accurate this is going to be. It does show that there is a high pressure that's sitting down over Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi. There's a bit of a high pressure there, which would naturally push back on the buoyancy of that hurricane and push it into Texas and Mexico. Henry, yeah, there has been several systems where they've we call it rapid intensification. We've had several rapid intensifications occur. I think Adelia was a rapid intensification as well. Mexico? Mexico? Is that not how you say Mexico? Oh, I don't say Mexico, I say Mexico. Matt coming in again. That's how you say it. Yeah, Mexico. Mexico. She's sitting. And again, just to cover my ass here, don't pay too much attention to models. Don't sit there and be like the National Hurricane Center said. You know, don't worry too much about the long term of this. You know, it's gonna die down as you see. You know, even if it does come in as like 1,000 millibars, you've had thunderstorms greater than this. You've had supercells greater than this. So don't pay too much attention to that. This is definitely one, though, that Jamaica should be watching for, you know, because we're seeing this here. So what are we at currently? 982 there on the model. See, and the models are not even showing. Here's what I want you guys to see. Okay, you guys are looking at these knots here. You know, we're not even nearing 100 miles per hour. But the Hurricane Center, we confirmed with the Hurricane Center and the Hurricane Hunters, she's a Cat 4 already. She's 145 miles per hour. So this model run that we just seen, this 12 Zulu from GFS, it's pretty much shit when it comes to tropical. Why? Because it's not even showing accurate, up-to-date information. It's going off of old information. This is not showing that rapid intensification. So we're going to have to wait till the 18 Zulu comes out or the 00 Zulu, because at this point, what? Like I say, field meteorologist. So you have your degree meteorologist like Matt and Kate. Meso Matt is going for his degreed, and So you have two different. You have your degreed meteorologist who does a 4-year, which is what Matt and Kate and some others do, and then you have what we call field. So through the American Meteorologist Association, I always say meteorological, AMA, you can have your field if you do more than 6 years in the field. You know, Derek Smith. Reed has his PhD. But technicality, Vince, Brandon, if you do it professionally and you have formal education, like I have a formal education when it comes to meteorology. I don't have a bachelor's degree, but when you combine your field experience with some formal education, that's what the AMA considers as a field. Mexico's big, bud. Mexico is big. So, what Depends on your area. Also, don't drink the water unless you want some brain-eating worms. Mexico! Mexico! Going to Cancun on Wednesday. Am I done for? You are cooked, bud. You are done cooked. You're done cooked in Cancun on Wednesday. He needs a Modelo. No, I need my sombrero. Where's my sombrero? I can't go to Mexico with no sombrero. Pure Leaf sponsorship. I should have had a Pure Leaf sponsorship when Titan went down. Do you think I could build a sub to go visit Titanic made purely out of Pure Leaf tea bottles? We shall find out. But yeah, no. So basically, these models are contaminated, and I don't suggest anyone looks at the GFS models because it doesn't even show our rapid intensification whatsoever. I'm not answering that. Puerto Rico is fine. No need to worry about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is fine. Puerto Rico is good. I love our Puerto Rico friends. Paula, thank you, Paula. You're super awesome. Angel, thank you. Paula, Matt, you guys are super awesome. So, let's take a look back. They are about to penetrate, guys. They are about to penetrate. So, we're just going to await their penetration now. They're going to penetrate the eye wall, and we should get some latest updates. This is probably going to be one of the last updates from this mission. You'll typically see anywhere from 3 to 4 up to 7 to 8. It just depends, but like they have a long flight back. You know, they have a long flight back, so you gotta make sure they have enough fuel for out there. Sid goes, pause! Did they ask consent first? No. We don't ask for consent here. When it comes to hurricanes, we just penetrate them from the rear and they enjoy it. It's a little inside joke for those who don't know from fall, from hurricane season of 2023. Oh, don't get Cheryl in here. Don't get Cheryl in here. Cheryl's like, can we go one live stream without you saying the word penetrate? And TikTok already knows they can't ban me for saying that because it's technically the proper term. Like, for those who don't know, it literally says, under S, fixed determination by penetration. It literally says penetration, so just so y'all aware. Just so y'all are aware. Tulum, Mexico. So if I recall, isn't Tulum like just south of Texas? I'm almost positive. What's up, MT Trucker? What's up? Jen, hello. I just got here and all I heard was penetrated from the rear. Yeah, without consent. Yeah, they don't ask for consent when they're penetrating the rear of the hurricane. I guarantee you Matt's over there. Matt and Roro's over there laughing their ass off. I can guarantee you that. Absolutely guarantee you that. I think, isn't Tulum and stuff like right down here? I'm almost positive it's like right down here. This is some wildly non-consensual weather. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and the hurricanes are just like batshit crazy X's, you know? They just come in, they wreck everything, they turn your life upside down, and then they leave without a trace. Well, I mean, they do leave a trace of a trail of a mess. Just like a crazy X. Stop, juices. So many wild jokes can occur. So many wild jokes can occur with this. Turn the fans on! Turn the fans on! Connecticut's about to get whacked. Connecticut's about to get whacked, guys. By the way, if you're in Hartford, Connecticut, make sure you have all the trash cans tied down. Make sure you have the dog out from the doghouse. Put the dog in the actual house. You're about to get smacked over here. No joke, you're about to get smacked. Some giant wind gusts are about to come through. Oh, guys, here we go. They about to penetrate. Yeah, Rhode Island's downstream of Connecticut. Rhode Island is downstream of Connecticut. Guys, it's about to penetrate. It's about to penetrate, guys. Oh, my back. I still gotta go dig some holes. Oh my God, some of these comments. I'm dead. I'm dead at some of these comments. Texas. Yeah, we're gonna find out in the next couple days if Texas is going to be if Texas is going to be impacted by this, guys. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens. But guys, here she comes. Here she comes. We're about to get another drop node. Gonna get another drop zone node. All we know is to Cancun. All we know is it's to Cancun. I'm reading some stuff here. No, Texas. No. Texas will not be. That's funny. So I'm reading some stuff over here as well, and some comments from some of the videos that we've had on this. Oh man. Where is this at? So they are off of the Windward Islands. So Puerto Rico's up here. It's coming up. They're coming up here. No. Florida's way up here. This is coming down this way. It's taking the same path as Hurricane Emily, guys. It's taking the same path as Hurricane Emily. yeah, like St. Vincent and all that, St. John, St. Kitts Island. It's coming straight. This is the islands. It's coming straight towards the islands. Waiting here to see what we get, guys. I'm curious to see what we get data-wise out of this. Hurricane Joe. Oh, lordy lord. You guys are super awesome, though. Huh. Oh, man. I gotta go pour more cement here soon. Okay, so Hurricane Beryl. Let's see how she's looking now on this. Pennsylvania's good. So this is coming more. This is going to come to Cancun. Some models have suggested it could come up north, but it's not going to hit as a hurricane. We don't think. We think that it's going to lose a lot of intensity from Jamaica because it does impact portions of Jamaica. I think that we're going to lose traction from Jamaica to Cancun, and then once it hits the Gulf, that temperature difference of the water and that high pressure system that sits over Louisiana is just going to kill this thing out. So Florida will get action. Yeah, Florida will get action. It's just wait till August, September, October. September, October, I think we're going to see a lot of big ones. But guys, we're going to take a break here. It's going to take a while for them to process this data from this drops node, possibly up to another hour. So I will be live a little bit later on. Tap that follow button, guys. And I will see you all later on. Been live for over an hour here. Just want to give you guys an update. Tap that follow button. I will see you guys later on. Thank you.